In the book of Genesis, we read of many influential people whom God used to lead. One of those people was Joseph. Joseph was one of the 12 sons of Jacob. Joseph was also Jacob's favorite son. One way this favoritism was shown was when Jacob gave Joseph a coat of many colors.
My dad gave me a coat of many colors.
This made his brothers steaming mad.
I'm steaming mad.
They got so mad they decided to sell Joseph into slavery.
We're going to sell him into slavery.
So they sold him and told his father Jacob that he had been killed by a wild animal.
He was killed by a wild animal.
While he was in slavery, a lie was told that caused Joseph to be thrown into jail.
I've been thrown in a slammer, y'all.
Another unfortunate situation thrown at Joseph. During his time in prison, God was with him and caused him to rise to power. Joseph was second in command to the Egyptian Pharaoh. A famine arose in the land, and everyone had to come to Egypt to get food and grains for their family. This includes Joseph's brothers. All his brothers except Benjamin came to Egypt to get food. When his brothers got to Egypt, Joseph automatically recognized them. They, however, did not recognize him. They bought their grain and headed home only to find their money for their grain had been returned. The next time they went to Egypt, they would return the money and, by command of Joseph, bring their brother Benjamin.
It's them! Look! Receive them at the palace and put the kitchen stuff into high gear. There will be a banquet for all of us at noon. Only the best. Hurry!
Ah, the sons of Jacob, I've been expecting you. Come into the palace.
No, sir. I know what you're thinking. You think we stole your money. But it's not true. I know we had your silver in our sacks when we left here. We found it when we got home. But it was the full price of wheat, believe me. But someone put it there. Look, we brought double the price. You see, we have to buy more food or we'll starve.
Line up, boys. You worry too much. The master's expecting you and everything is fine. I know you paid for the grain.
When Joseph arrived, the brothers bowed low to the ground. In this way, Joseph's dream of the bowing sheaves of grain was fulfilled. As they bowed, they presented their packs with gifts of produce and spices, but Joseph hardly looked at them.
Please, get up. Tell me, how are you? Is your father alive? Is he well?
Yes, my lord. Your servant, our father, is alive and well.
Is this your youngest brother, the one you told me about?
Yes, this is Benjamin, son of Rachel.
May God be gracious to you, my son.
Come, serve the food.
Joseph asked the servant to bring Benjamin 5 times as much food as the others. Though many of them were grown and close in age, Joseph seated them in order from youngest to oldest. They thought it was too odd to be a coincidence, but they still didn't guess that the master was their brother, Joseph.
Wow, that meal was so good, but we better start heading home.
Please stay the night. It's too dark to travel. You can leave in the morning.
Okay, we will stay and leave first thing in the morning. Okay, here's the drill. Put the silver back in the sacks of grain as before, but this time take my cup and put it in the sack of the youngest.
The next morning, the brothers leave for home, relieved that all the brothers, especially Benjamin, were returning home. They get a little ways down the road. Then the steward approached them, panicking.
Stop, you thieves. Why have you stolen the master's cup?
Listen to me. Why would we do such a thing? It's not logical. We brought double silver back with us, if you remember. This is crazy. We all only have the grain that we paid for. If by some chance someone has that cup, you can take him as your slave.
I can live with that. It's a deal. I'll take the slave who has the cup in his bag. The rest can go free. Ha! It's the one you'd least expect. No!
Distraught by Benjamin being found with the cup, the brothers all returned to the city to plead for the life of their youngest brother.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the sons of Jacob, you must have been in the sun too long to pull such a trick. Haven't you heard? A man like me knows things. Did you really think you could get away with this?
What can we say to you, my lord? The evidence is against us. God has uncovered our guilt. We'll all be your slaves, along with the one that took your cup.
No, no, that wouldn't be right now, would it? I'll keep the boy. The rest of you can go.
Please, please, my lord, if you keep this boy, it'll kill my father. His first love, his wife Rachel, only gave him 2 sons. He believes that one son was torn apart by a wild animal, and to this day he mourns. Only Benjamin is left for him now. If we walk into our tents without the boy, our father will die. I just know it. I promised him that I will be personally responsible for the boy. Take me instead. I'll be your slave willingly, if you spare my father this terrible grief.
Leave me, servant. Look at me, all of you. Come close. Don't you know me?
Not with that mask on.
It's me, Joseph. The one you sold into slavery all these years ago.
What? You're Joseph? I mean, we thought you were dead. I thought it was so odd the way you kept asking us about our brother at home, and how your servant seated us at the table according to our age, and Benjamin's portion. I should have known. So this is it. You're going to kill us, aren't you?
No, look how it all turned out. In the end, you didn't send me here. God did, to save us from starvation. As for you, when you sold me into slavery, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Joseph's brothers went back to their father Jacob and told him about Joseph, how he was still alive, and about his position with Pharaoh. They all moved closer to Joseph and were all reunited as a family. This goes to show that God can make a bad thing good.